mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. The give to the fullback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. If they thought it would fool them to give it to the fullback, that was not the case.
Yeah, give this defense credit. They obviously watched a lot of film this week, and they knew there were a lot of different guys offensively that could touch the football, including the fullback, but he had no room to go there.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Getting some heat. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the defense just needs something positive to happen. They're trailing in this game. A turnover would be massive for momentum right now, and a nice effort defensively, getting a hand on the ball, knocking it down.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got an open man. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And the sophomore has to get that one out in front of his receiver.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Flushed out of the pocket. Fires to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it out. It's Leonard. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And here comes the Navy offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Using his legs, it's Hodges. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Comes out throwing on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Fires into traffic, picked off. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Annapolis. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the hallowed grounds of the U.S. Naval Academy.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. About to start here in the 2nd half, Tulane will kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Navy will go back on the attack. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking to throw, it's Woodson. The sweet feet buy a little time. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Give to the big fullback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% of the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. On the move. Keeps it and gets past the chains. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Great tough running by the running back, low to the ground, continues to drive his legs and push the pile to get that first down.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Sticks it in his belly. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They ran it on 1st down, now on 2nd. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Give to the fullback. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Working the middle, it's complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. The give to the tailback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He lofts one down the sideline. Touchdown, Green Wave. And the stomping has commenced. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Tulane 31, leading 3.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
That's caught. It's Watkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Ready to fire from the pistol.
29 Philly.
The option look. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. 2nd down coming up.
3-25.
Takes the handoff. It's McClure. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Right back to the well. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Grabs it inside the 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Navy offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positive.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Woo, deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense. The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Tulane. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And Navy will go back on the attack. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
Looking to pass. It's Woodson. Unloads it left. It's caught. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Finds his man. It's Hutchinson. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Timeout called by the defense. 27 seconds to go. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. He wants to throw. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Line getting set on second down. These corners backing off a bit. Looking left. Hauls it in. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the UCF Knights taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Knights offense will take the first swing of the game. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily...
He's into the open down the middle. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Knights! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the...
No doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Bernard. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They have receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab, it's Haynes. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Here comes the offense on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
To the air, it's Milroe. Gets open down the middle. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Shoots it to the left. He makes the catch. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. When he let that go and signal touchdown, he knew it was 6.
And most of the time you hear about those 50-50 balls out wide. Nowadays, with these guys that are so big and strong and so good at going and getting the ball, it's more like 80-20. And you can see just so hard to defend the fade route.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
From the gun, the ground game. Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Brown will throw it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line. Guys that can versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield. And that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That's caught. It's Johnson. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Using the quick game. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Line gets set, first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Trying play action. They're bringing heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after him.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Alabama quickly back to the line. Pulls and fires it complete to the right.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. We saw it on that last play.
Looking to throw, it's Milroe. And the pass hits, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look. So there's 2 safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
Pulled and finds his man on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Trying to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Ashley. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. He's gonna pass. Trying to get to him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. 2nd and long from the 19. Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Still looking, on the move. Got his man downfield. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Got the quick pass. At the 35, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
On the move. This offense has a 2nd down play. Brown wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely. Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, UCF! Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Toledo is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout those Rockets fans will remember for some time. They're up 14 over Northern Illinois. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Quarterback extends the play. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Brown wants to pass. Got a man. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. The Knights in the hurry up. From the gun on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. Tackled after picking up the 1st down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Knights.
Wow, what a play. We're going to need to see that again to make sure he makes this catch and gets the foot in bounds. That was a great acrobatic play, understanding where you're at on the field to make that big catch.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fast motion from the offense. At the 35, he's loose. Running toward the tape. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. So it's 1st down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive results in a field goal. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
The Knights will boot it away to start the 2nd half. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes that Alabama offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Gonna run it. It's Young. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll run it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. To the air, it's Milroe. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll give it to him again. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. The play action fake. Gets it out quickly. Great move there. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
A nice job by the defense. 1st and goal situation, you can expect run a lot of the times. They were physical, got in the backfield, stuffed the run.
Oh, what a move! And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! They'll line up to go for 2. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw on 1st down. Dances away. He'll let one go down the right side. After the incompletion, it's 2nd down.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, and when they get hurried, and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They're trying to get to it. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Brown will throw it. They're working that left side. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stripped it out. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. The Knights have their offense in high gear. Touch pass on the right. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Knights will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pressure coming. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Knights have pushed it inside the 20. The give out of the gun. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And how nice is it to have a guy that can say, I'm just going to go get the first down. Like, I know I have options. I can do X, Y, and Z, but...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UCF! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Coming after him. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago, now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Going to try to get it himself. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, looking to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. The quick out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Looking for the score, and he's got it. Touchdown, Alabama! Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time. You gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense. Go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Charlotte is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 8 over Temple. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown time.
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
He'll be stopped short. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They'd hoped to push this edge out to a field goal, but they were denied. Coming out with it, it's Richardson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
It's money time, and my quarterback's got to come through, and boy, does he ever. It wasn't with his arm this time, but with his legs. You don't account for his legs? Look at this. Scramble around, get outside the pocket, make something happen, and make the heads-up play to stop the clock by stepping out of bounds.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Brown wants to pass. Got his man quickly. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He finds his man. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Handoff to the single back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
You got to call the game to win it right now. Less than a minute to go. A field goal is going to do it for you. Every time you drop back and throw the ball, you're risking taking a sack. So if you're going to throw it, the ball's got to come out quickly. But I think at this juncture, you'd love to be able to run and give your field goal kicker a chance.
Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. And he'll try to boot them into the lead in the final minute. Never a doubt. There's a lot of celebrating going on over there after taking the lead, but there is still time on the clock.
You got to give this guy so much credit, man. It is so hard in practice to simulate the pressure that he just faced. Late in the game, seconds left on the clock, you have an opportunity to kick a field goal to put your team up late in the game, and he absolutely drilled it. What a moment for that young man.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Here comes that Alabama offense. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best players. So get them in matchups that you like and get those guys the football.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
It's second down.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. To throw, it's Milroe. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Turns it on at midfield. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. He didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.